G'day, mate.
Hey, buddy.
Well, first year in, chance to go three-peat. Really interesting looking at your numbers is you've hardly changed. You're actually probably one goal less offensively than you were last year, but you're a goal more stingy defensively. How have you shaped that, and what's the style that you've brought to it?
Yeah, I guess obviously coming back off 2 flags, I obviously didn't want to reinvent the wheel too much. Defensively, certainly wanted to tinker a little bit. We knew we had the firepower up forward, so when I first stepped into the role, spent a lot of time just sort of getting the ground how we wanted to look when we didn't have the footy, and particularly just piling a bit of heat on the opposition as well. So we've done a hell of a lot of work on that, and that's probably held us in good stead most of the year. I think we're pretty good without the footy, and obviously the score against probably attests to that.
One of the challenges of finishing top in a top 5 system is you could potentially have a 4-week period where you play 2 games of footy. Can you give us an insight in how you've managed the group during that period?
I guess the good thing is the guys, they did it last year as well, so we knew how to prepare. Obviously got a lot of feedback off the players as well, how we approach that and tackle that. Week off, we still had a bit of intra-club, so got a lot of running in that week, lots of touches of the footy, and obviously had the hit out against Surfers 2 weeks ago, which was a brutal game for both sides, and obviously a lot of recovery that week, and then we had more intra-club on Saturday as well, so we're still getting the run in the leg and the touch in the hand, so we think we're ready to go, we're primed, we're really looking forward to it.
And how much time do you spend on trying to counter some of their strengths versus really trying to focus on what's got you to where you're at?
Look, they're an amazing side. Obviously watched them firsthand yesterday against Morningside, and just their pressure around the contest and on the ball carrier, as Maury touched on, is definitely their one wood. Dangerous up forward with the Green brothers, and they've got some really terrific halfbacks who rebound in Prestigar and Scott, and obviously the skipper Haberfield. So, look, they haven't really got so many weaknesses, we know that, but we do know whichever side applies the most heat is probably going to come out on top. But you also got to take into account the ground. Metricon, we're really looking forward to playing on a bigger ground. We think that's going to suit us more, because obviously the ball use is going to come to it as well. So, yeah.
Sort of stole me thunder there, because your ground's quite tight. Their ground's quite expansive, so the layman would say the bigger ground's probably going to suit them, but you obviously think it's going to suit you. Can you talk to me why you think that is?
Yeah, all the boys have they enjoy playing on the open space. We've got some really good ball carriers and we've got some genuine speed, we think. So, like I said, around the contest, we think we're pretty adequate and got guys in there who can get the job done, but it's more, I think our ball use is one of our strengths, so we're really looking forward to playing at Metricon and seeing if we can put a few goals for the big sticks.
Is it hard to match up, because you look at their leading goal scorer, Danny Green's got 33, I think, and then his bro's got 20, and then it's their small brigade that kick goals, so they really share the goals around. Do you have specific matchups, or do you just let it roll out on the day?
Oh, we'll definitely have a certain matchup for the Green brothers. Corbett and the other, I guess, the Mosquito fleet down there, really dangerous. They've got huge work rate, which is one thing we noticed. So we've just got to make sure our small backs mix and match, and just make sure we've got the right matchup at the time. Like I said, they're really dangerous in their forward half, so we've got to make sure our half-backs are on their game, and we've got to deny them the score.
And one of the, I suppose, one of the buzzwords in footy that we all like to roll around is they tend to slingshot. They get the footy off half-backs. You've already alluded to, they've got some quality players that can set them up, but they got a licence to go and they get it in quick. Do you try to counter that, or you just let that work out throughout the course of the game? Yeah,
I think we saw when we played them at their ground a couple of weeks ago, we had a lot of shallow entries, and that really played in their half-back's hand. So we've got to make sure going forward we obviously get it nice and deep and get up to the big fella, and hopefully we can take a couple of catches. But like I said, our delivery going forward is going to be crucial on the big ground. Shallow entries, we're going to get punished, so we've got to make sure we're getting in nice and deep.
So speaking of the big fella down there, he's had a few injuries this year. You've rested him. I know you've taken some precaution. He's 100%. He's good to go. Of course, you're going to say yes, but give me something.
He trained Saturday, trained the house down, so he's chomping at the bit. It's going to be a great match-up with Brodie. They're 2 awesome players. It's really good to watch, really good for footy as well. So, but hopefully you get the job done, mate. 6 or 7, please.
Now, if there's one player, if I said to you, you've got to give me an answer, so there's no sitting on the fence. If there's one player whose influence you'd like to be able to curb on the day, who's that?
It's a tough one. They've got a lot of good players. Came forwards, I rate him. I think he's a quality player. He got a hold of us last time obviously like to shut him down, but I think, like I said, the game's going to be won in the midfield, but probably, again, don't want to put too much pressure on Jack, but I think the Haberfield-Anthony battle's going to be massive. If he can get hold of him, I think we're going to be okay.
Now, mate, I've seen you play golf. You like to have a bit of a whack and you go hard, so I want you to go hard down the middle now and tell me why you're going to win.
We've just got it back in our system and our structure that's held us in good stead all year. I think we're really even across the board. We haven't got too many weaknesses. The boys are chomping at the bit to play, I can assure you that. Trained really well on Saturday. They've been here before, they've done it. So yeah, we're going in confident. We know we've got a huge test ahead of us, but one we're really looking forward to.
Well, mate, I can say from our behalf, you've led the club magnificently well. The minor premier's done an amazing job. It's great to have someone of your ilk in our competition leading one of our footy clubs, and we wish you all the best on Saturday. Jess Sinclair, ladies and gentlemen.